Okay, I have been meaning to make this video for a while. Infinity War. This movie wasn't bad, but it also wasn't good. It was just drawn out. There was nothing particularly special about this movie. There was nothing particularly interesting about it either. When you have like 30 movies leading up to one grand conclusion, then it will be very hard to satisfy expectation. And I get that. But this movie, what the fuck? What was this? That ending, spoiler alert, they all die at the end, or half the characters die at the end, which was honestly the biggest shock for me. Then they just cut to black. Now the ending, that's supposed to be the best part of your movie. If you don't have a good ending, then people aren't going to like the movie. People paid money to see a full movie, not half a movie, a full movie. So when you leave a giant cliffhanger with a fade to black, then people are going to be extremely satisfied. This felt like half a movie. It felt like they cut off the movie at the climax, which is honestly going to piss off your audience. Like it just pissed me off at the end. Like, how are you going to cut off the best part of your movie when what's his name? I forgot his name, but the guy with the Infinity Gauntlet, he's super powerful. This is like the climax of the movie. You should have your climax of the movie. That should be your halfway point, not your end point. Not the point where you say, "Oh, fuck you. We took your money. Come back next year for the conclusion." It's a scam. If you're writing movies like that, it's just a flat out scam. Just a scam. So nothing happens in this movie. Abso-fucking-lutely fucking nothing. We have Thor and his little drawn out side plot, which nobody cares about, mind you, of him getting his, I guess, wooden hammer, which doesn't even make any sense. If it was wooden, it would just break, wouldn't it? Because he's a freaking superhero swinging around at light speed, so shouldn't it just snap in half if it's just made out of wood and metal? Like, come on, Marvel, you didn't think this through? He went to a forge for like 40 minutes of the movie just to get a wooden hammer? Are you utterly retarded? Are you stupid? Like, seriously, that has to be the dumbest part of the movie, when Thor survives the blast of the sun or whatever, and it takes up like 40 minutes. That didn't need to happen. You could have just chopped that scene in a third of its time, not drawn out to the point where you got to make it 2 hours and 45 minutes runtime. Nobody wants to sit through that. All of my family members were asleep during this movie except me, because they honestly couldn't take it anymore. It was just boring. Like, you knew that they weren't going to win, but at the same time, you knew that Marvel was not going to kill off all of their moneymakers, and this conclusion is just the most predictable way they could have ended the movie. Oh, they're all dead, but they're locked inside the Soul Stone, so next movie you're gonna have to take them out the Soul Stone. And Iron Man, he was kept alive and sacrificed so he could create some sort of device for the next movie and learn how to control the stones. Yeah, and that's exactly how they're gonna have the next movie. That's my prediction. You know Marvel, you know how they operate. They don't care. They don't care. They'll make some. They don't care how cheesy or how cliche their conclusion is, as long as they make a conclusion. But in this movie, it's clearly not the case, because they just rushed everything. And let's talk about Thanos. Yes, I finally got his name. Let's talk about Thanos. Thanos His villain does not make any sense. He's willing to kill entire freaking galaxies at a time, and then all of a sudden he's worried about this one girl he met in a village that he's slaughtering, by the way, and he just decides out of nowhere to take this little girl as his daughter, and it just makes no sense. It just makes absolutely no sense for you to take in this random stranger from a world that you're murdering, by the way, and you say, oh, you're a good warrior, but you've never even seen her fight, so how would you even know that? How would you know she's a good warrior? That doesn't make any sense. Like, seriously, it doesn't make any sense. So this movie, it's just far reaches. It's just stretches. It's just a reach. It's just so many reach moments. I'm like, really? Or did they really just do that? Or did the screenwriters actually write that in? I mean, it's not realistic in the characters. It's just not. Like, how could you destroy entire galaxies, but you're willing to shed a tear over your orphan daughter? It just doesn't make any sense. His character just doesn't make any sense. Why is he evil? Why is he doing what he does? Oh, because I gotta cleanse the universe and kill 50% so the universe can thrive. Duh. I mean, first of all, explain how he got this philosophy. No, I'm not reading the comics because I don't read comics. I wanted to see a movie, not a comic. So I'm not gonna read the comics for his little backstory. I want it explained on screen because that's what we paid money for. We want to see Thanos, his story, what drives him. Why is he evil? Why is he doing what he does? Why is he so evil? But no, we don't get that. Instead, we get some twisted little cliche villain. Yeah, it's just Thanos. Thanos. He gonna take on the Avengers. Thanos, he's a complex character. Duh. Like, seriously, you can't even say he's complex. What is complex about him? He doesn't even get explained at all during the movie. He wants the Infinity Stones. Mind you, we got like 10 Infinity Stones in like 3 hours. So I don't even know how that's possible. If he's that powerful, why don't he just get it earlier? And how do you just automatically find all the stones? And they don't even explain what each stone does or what each stone's power is. They don't even explain the stone's name. They might briefly say it once or twice, but they don't go into detail on why we should care about the specific stone. They don't even explain what the hell the stones are in this movie. It's just dumb. It's just stupid. We're just sitting here scratching our heads throughout the duration of the movie like, they're not explaining anything. It's just action. It's just stones this, Thanos this, but you're not explaining anything about those. Like, it's just you're bored. You're bored, you're confused, and you're ultimately left unsatisfied.